It's weird when
We're
no one's
live.
watching. To...
Now you've got to tweet the link.
But you know it's on like a 10-second delay, so people will watch it and see this. Maybe.
Yeah, but it's weird for us to talk to them when they.
Have you tweeted it, Harry?
Yes.
Yeah,
so you
we've
can
got a
retweet
tweet.
it?
That's probably from Harry.
Let's just say.
0 viewers at the moment.
So thanks, guys.
Okay,
Didn't want to be watched anyway.
Don't worry, when I tweet it out, there'll be a few.
At least 6.
More there. We're what should I say?
Oh,
We're
actually, Snapchat as well. Lots of people.
live. They won't be interested if it's not your genitals.
We're live.
Oh, we're live.
No
on
one's.
that on Google. Look at my Twitter, basically.
This is why people don't do live shows. Isn't it?
Don't worry, it'll pick up.
Yeah, it's hard to do a show when no one's watching or requesting any questions. Requesting. It says you, but surely we're us. Philosophy. Harold, do you do that?
Apparently,
Still
no
no
one's
one.
watching.
Harry Hitchens. We're live here now.
Just skip past this bit, if anything.
I know, but I don't think they watch this from the start. They'll come in, so no one will watch this bit unless they
Yeah,
watch
but-
the video later on. Today.
Yeah, well, we'll delete that, won't we?
Yeah, we'll delete that.
Yeah,
So-
definitely. This is
So
just.
no one's ever
Have you
going to see
tweeted?
this.
Or did you just
I'm
retweet?
going to retweet.
No, just tweet
Just
your own.
tweet.
I don't mean I have to find out the link.
Yeah, you can just copy and
the
paste
link.
it.
I
It's
don't know
fine.
how to do that.
Okay,
You're doing
tweet that.
it. You're doing
It's
it.
not, is it?
You're so weird. Why is your phone like that?
Yes, exactly.
Do it on
No,
there.
you
Do it on there.
can't.
It'll work.
Yeah, copy.
When we get our first
Copy
viewer, we
that.
have to be really weird. Just like, just pretend.
So there's definitely no one watching now. That's a shame.
zero viewers.
Oh, ask us a question. Anyone? Oh well, this is time to
So-
sort out the hair and everything.
We were having a great time. We were having a great time just ourselves before we did the live stream anyway.
Yeah, we have
We
great
put
lives.
ourselves out to do this.
This has made the evening worse, if anything.
Okay.
Okay, people are going to start watching now. We should have a celebration when we get the first one, light the candles again.
They're gonna be. I reckon there'll be like one the whole time. We can just like get to know that person really, really well.
Oh shit! Yeah, because we can see them, can't we?
What will be
Oh,
slightly,
It's a hangout. Yeah, so
Is
that you can see them.
Where are they?
what will be more awkward
No,
is
you
if it
can't.
is just one person.
No, I like that. It'll probably be Aaron at work. Hi guys. Hi Aaron.
Is he at work?
Yeah,
Is it? No, is it Eurogamer?
that's work. He works there.
Yeah, no, I thought you meant Apple. I was like, no, it's not.
Not with his new boyfriend.
Shh, it's not public attention.
No one's
There's
gonna
so many
watch
people
this.
listening.
Who? No one knows
It
who
will be
Aaron
live.
is. Definitely. So
The video goes on our channel afterwards.
let's think of topics, guys, to talk about.
Well, let's wait until someone starts watching first, shall we? Is that link definitely working? Let me just check.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm worried that like we're going to be doing this and it's going to be like one of those horror movies because the door's open and someone's just
someone
going to
just
walk
walk
in,
in.
yeah, and then we won't know because we're just going to be on our phones because no one's watching.
That'd be quite a good way to.
When there was a
Die.
camera, there was a camera pointing behind us, so someone walked up, so we would see them.
What's that?
That's me.
No, that.
What is that?
I think it's literally just.
What is
Is that
that?
on the camera? What is that? Am I being haunted?
Oh, it's live.
Ah, it's following you.
It's on YouTube.
They definitely can't.
Oh
can
my
they see
God,
that
I'm
on the
possessed.
thing, or is it only to us?
No, it's on the camera. It's on the lens.
Oh.
I think it's a flare.
Is
from
that
light.
because? Oh, I thought it's because you spilt the lemon. We have a viewer.
Oh,
Yay!
hello. Hey.
One viewer?
One
one.
viewer. Welcome. What's your name? Leave us a question.
Is it you? Have you accidentally opened it on your phone?
A viewer.
No.
Have I
haven't.
opened it? Hello.
Ask a
Speak,
question.
if you can hear us, speak to us. Are we coming through clearly?
I bet it's just a robot.
Can
Oh,
you?
zero viewers.
Oh,
This is my favourite thing.
Oh. Check it on the other laptop.
This is probably what it's like to be Alfie, isn't it?
No, because he has way more viewers.
No.
It was a joke.
About 1 million more viewers.
No.
You
It's
okay?
Yeah, we're all alright,
We're all
Harry.
right.
We're having
0
fun.
viewers. Back to it's more comfortable.
Someone's
this way,
just
isn't it?
We got way too
We
big headed
panicked
then,
when
didn't
we
we?
got one.
The fame went to our heads.
Why is nobody watching?
We were like that guy with no friends that's got intense when he first met
Why
him.
is nobody
No
watching?
one, I don't think that anyone knows that no one's watching. So we can just go, 300 people?
Oh, thanks so much for a million
But
viewers,
normally-
guys.
Normally,
Where's it
it's
gone?
better. YouTube.
Maybe it's not come up in the feed yet.
Maybe it hasn't
Probably
probably.
that one. Go to, how do you see the feed?
New channel.
Oh, it's
Live
there on
now.
our channel.
Oh, it's in black, so it's not. No, it's not working.
Yeah, we're all alright. We're having
0
fun.
viewers. Back to it's more comfortable.
Someone, let's not watch our own. Still none.
Why is nobody watching?
That's
I'm going to
sad.
tweet again.
We can tell some actual secrets, and then no one will ever.
No.
No,
Hello there, hammerheads.
Oh,
Is that a fake? Is that a
Okay,
fake
got
one?
it.
I think it must be fake because it says no viewers.
Billy Furry. If you're called Billy
Oh,
Furry,
no. Current really answering. So we are now answering. Hello there, hammerheads. Billy Fury, ask another question so we know this is
He's
real.
not there. We've got no.
we think you're a robot.
We've answered it, so now we're done. Do you see what I mean? That's how it works. See, I think the questions are private until we
We're
choose to
all-
answer them.
We're all learning a lot today.
Oh, the viewer!
Is that just a lag though? Is that when I clicked on it to watch?
No.
If you're watching, please leave a question or get in
But
touch
that might
with us
be Billy.
somehow.
That might be Billy.
Just
tweet
come
us.
around, hang out. The door's
What's your
open.
address?
Yeah,
Oh, who's smoking the pot tonight, lol?
classic Billy.
Oh, Billy.
No one can see that question unless we select it, and then we're answering it now. So
It's complicated.
What are you up
isn't
to,
it?
Billy? Are you having a?
Have you stumbled upon this by mistake, Billy?
Yeah.
Are you looking
or
for
do you
some
actually like
nudity?
Is your-
Because we
is-
can give you that. We can give you nudity. Chels?
Is oh we've got
2 viewers?
2 views.
Oh,
Don't
fuck,
say
fuck
it.
Billy.
I mean,
Right.
2,000 viewers. God, it's quite tonight.
2,000. Any questions?
Let's talk. We can talk about something without questions.
Why?
Let's talk about the referendum.
I'm just
Sam
tweeting.
Pepper. Let's talk about Sam Pepper.
I'm just
No.
tweeting the
We've
link.
lost one.
Off
Why?
limits.
Why?
I'm not actually involved in the case. So
Why are you
No.
involved in the
I'm
case?
joking.
Well, can we talk
No.
about it, please?
If you like.
Telling secrets live now. At the Just you got to whore it out. If you want the views, you got to use the hoary title. That's just a little YouTube tip.
I don't know why.
2 notifications. It's not working. The Parker staff says, and oh, so excited! Somebody is watching at Return to Rural. Hello.
Billy
Thanks
is a
for
real
tuning-
person, not a robot.
Billy is a real person. Just an update on the Billy situation. We can confirm that he is either
So
a real
his question
person or a
is that.
very complex robot.
So Sam Pepper.
So
I think that the issue.
Okay,
that
let me say about
What?
you go first.
No,
then.
I was
What's
just
the
going to
issue?
talk about the issue that we have faced as a YouTube community and what we can do about it and our responsibility as creators. But
It's not an
instead,
issue that faces.
we can just talk about whatever you were going to talk about.
Oh, feminism.
That's not involved, is it?
thought
I
that's
don't mean
what
like
you-
I
thought
don't
you
mean
were
the
saying,
feminist
oh, just come
issue.
and
I mean like as
Three
a
viewers.
Steal my voice. 3 viewers, welcome.
ask questions.
as a community. If we know something about someone or we've heard rumors, upon whom does the honors fall? You know, do we just let that happen?
No.
No, but we do because we can't
But
out.
everyone does it because you can't not.
But if you've heard a rumor about something,
you can't go and follow that up with a police investigation because it's a rumor.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And also, we can't out that person because it also outs the victims.
Exactly.
I feel like you're
And that's not
referring
the
to
place.
someone who.
This is
And-
quite serious.
Sorry, I just thought we could address some actual issues.
5 viewers though. It's working.
Yeah, see the Sam Pepper shit gets them in.
What I thought was really interesting about the Sam Pepper thing is how unsurprised I was by the whole thing. He's done so many videos that are almost as fucked up as that. I guess just because that was blatant sexual abuse, it kind of. I'm not laughing at the Sam Pepper thing. Something funny just happened. because that was blatant sexual abuse, that's what kind of crystallized it in everyone's mind. So people have started to take action. I think it's brilliant that everyone's been so vocal about it, but it happens so much. There are so many people who are just as bad.
And it's also
Vitalized, KSI, all those other cunts who do prank videos, which are fucking awful.
Also so many
You need to speak out about them all. And it's videos like that which influence school bullies. Because kids, I mean, those videos are aimed at kids essentially. I imagine it's mostly kids who watch them. They see that and they think, oh, okay, it's okay then to go and pinch an arse if I get a lol out of that, because I can use the justification that it's just a joke. That's my get out of jail card. I can say that about sexual abuse, about calling someone homophobic names, being a bit sexist. You can't laugh it off as being just a joke or say, lighten up a bit. Stop being so serious, because it's damaging.
Agreed.
So
Amazing.
that was a succinct rambling.
All right then, Charles, come on. Let's have your.
No, I concur.
Let's have your coherent response.
I concur, but
Should talk about something better.
I think that it's great that the community came together, though. That's a positive thing that came out of it.
But he needs to go to jail.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, that's the annoying thing.
We're not going to end with, because the thing with Sam Pepper is he's so thick that he can't see that he's done wrong. So he will continue to make videos. He's not like the other ones. He's not like Alex Day and Tom Milsom, who kind of recognise that they didn't recognise enough that they'd fucked up, but they at least left YouTube and have kind of.
Yeah. So the thing that got me with Sam is Sam was just so dishonourable about it. He, like, as soon as he found out he was going to get caught out, he put this stupid bullshit video about it being a social experiment. He didn't put up his hands and go, "Oh shit, guys, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough, you got me." He was like, "I'm going to perpetuate this until I'm really fucked," which he is fucked now.
But I don't know if it will ever go any further than that.
Oh, it will. His network stopped him. His management stopped
I mean, in
him.
terms of jail time.
I don't think you can get jail time, because these things. The main problem is, hands down, something like rape or sexual abuse, 80% of cases that get brought to court don't end up in any punishment because they're so hard to prove. So he will have enough money for a good lawyer. He'll get a good lawyer, probably get off without any jail time at all.
But my concern is,
it'll still won't work again. That's the best.
I don't know if that's true, because he still will have an audience, people that either A, don't know, or B, too ignorant to give a fuck.
I think if he carries on, it's going to go worldwide on mainstream media.
But there'll still be companies who don't give a shit about that and will still work with him because
I think it's
no, but he'll never get sponsored.
KSI gets so many sponsorship deals because some of the things he's done and said in his videos have been fucking awful.
He's just disgusting. He's absolutely abhorrent. Yeah.
We'll show you a video in a bit.
Not right now. We're doing a live stream, Harry.
We've got 22 viewers. Hello, everyone. Just been chatting a little bit about sexual abuse on YouTube and in the YouTube community and what we can do about that. So we thought we'd start it light. I
think the issue as well, like there's no way that we need to all collaborate on a manner in which we're going to address this in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we don't really know how to go about it, so everyone's just like spamming.
I think what's been actually quite interesting is because within the community, nobody seems to really like Sam Pepper that much, because in real life he's a bit of a cock, and we all know that he's done some like pretty shit things. I didn't know about any of the sexual abuse things. That's all new to me, but like it kind of makes sense because he seems like he's that kind of person. He's very egotistical. Definitely thinks a lot of himself. Seems quite shrewd as well. Like he'll do anything to get where he wants to be. Yeah. So it seems like it was a good excuse for everyone to just stand up and be like, yeah, this guy is a massive dickhead. We don't like him. He's an idiot.
I wish that happened. But there are
I don't think anyone was really surprised.
YouTubers, so many other that are doing just the same thing, and it's just and maybe not even sexual, maybe just manipulative in psychological ways.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like there are people that will use people. I mean, even the biggest YouTubers will tweet about companies and really put them into some shit. Like big YouTubers will have a lot of power, and they'll put genuine like nice small companies in shit because they might have got their order wrong or something like that. You know, they really do have the power to make or break certain people's income for a couple of weeks. You know, it's crazy.
Well, look at us. We've just sent a tweet and we've got like 35 viewers now on this. Got 33.
33, round it up. Round it up.
Round it up.
But I think like we've all been tempted, like if something's gone wrong, to go, well, I'm going to tweet about this because
Yeah.
people will see it.
Yeah, I've done that before.
But like I know, but I've done it before. But we don't
The
have
taxi
enough power
company.
I know one YouTuber in particular who has millions of followers who just tweeted about Interflora the other day about the order going wrong.
And that could have just been a genuine mistake.
Yeah, it was just a mistake. It was just the tiniest mistake, and it wouldn't really fuck us up. But we've got a question.
Well, it just says, well, hello.
Select.
Hello,
Hello.
Autumn Sapphire Markham. Welcome. If you've got a question for us, or if there's something you want us to talk about, then ask the question in the little sidebar thing, or tweet one of us.
I think it would
We'll
be
get the
interesting
message.
to know what the how
Yeah.
the YouTube audience feels about what we should be doing as sort of creators that are involved and know these people.
I think what's
socially.
been really good about the Sam Pepper thing is so many people came forward,
Yeah.
so many people spoke about it, and it was very clear that as a community that we weren't going to tolerate this, and that like enough is enough. This is bullshit. We need to do something about this. But it's hard to actually mobilize us to take effective action. Like, what should we do?
Yeah.
Is talking about it enough? I know that that's obviously a good thing. That's going to
Because the girls involved have to be the ones to press charges.
Yeah.
So
obviously.
we can do as much as we want. We can't go and press charges ourselves.
yeah.
That's the hard thing, is convincing the girls.
Well,
to be
can't
worth
we?
it.
Can we?
Or even if it comes down to like making a video about the topic, it like Lacey Green made a great video on the topic. A couple of other people did. But how should we all make a video, or like, at
No,
that
because I
point
think
it's just
that's really
regurgitating the same?
Yeah.
I think actually what those videos are really good. But I also think because all the girls in the arse pinching one, like they signed a release form. So in a court of law, how can you say if someone didn't consent to be touched when they've already signed a release form to say it's okay to then put that on the internet? So if they genuinely had a problem with them touching the arse, they wouldn't have signed the form.
Yeah.
Right. That's what the defense lawyer would say. Although that might want to know for shit. That's still what they're going to say.
But I mean, like in
And I'll
court,
still
it
hold
wouldn't
up.
be that. It would be the rape, the multiple supposed
Yeah, of course,
alleged
of course.
rapes.
For me, about the video itself, what it really highlighted was that it's not about whether he got consent beforehand, which I don't believe that he did. It's more that he thought that was okay, and that there are lots of people out there who thought that was okay, and
And
that
there's no
was quite a
point-
funny thing to do. That it's just a prank. He's just pinching an arse. Like, yeah, actually, if it was the other way around, nobody would care. No. That is not the point at all. The fact that Sam Pepper thought that was an acceptable,
And
okay thing to
edited
do
that.
as a joke.
I don't know if he edits his own videos. Probably doesn't. But it was a long process where that
Yeah.
wasn't live.
It
where he
wasn't a
could've gone-
spur of the moment crazy thing that he did in the street. That was a considered act. He put work into that, and he
That's the
clearly
insane thing.
thought it was going to go down really well. He thought that was going to be another one of his hilarious pranks that would get millions of views.
I can smell toast.
I can smell meat.
Is something burning?
I can smell hot meat.
Just see if the flat's on fire, and then we'll.
Carry on.
Does anyone have any
50 viewers. It's going up.
questions?
Yeah, ask us some questions.
Why
If-
have we only got people with problems?
Billy says, I once known a YouTuber called. I won't read that out.
Yeah, I don't know why you started reading that.
If you want to, you can do this. So this one from Dyslexia Scucks, like
See what
that.
you did there.
If God exists, then how Scotch egg?
I don't know why you did that, Harry.
Good, done, nice.
Should we play a game?
What
Yeah.
game? Monopoly. Should we play Monopoly?
I work alone mostly. You can't really trust me. So Billy, hi to Billy. Billy just came across this stream by accident. I hope that you're
You sent us lots of questions. Thanks for those, Billy. Not necessarily
the ones we want,
one, but
but
hi,
Food
Thanks
smells
for-
good.
hi, Argentina.
it smells like bacon.
Yeah, we can see these,
It smells
Ella.
like bacon.
We love these. Oh, Billy can't wait for Doctor Who tonight.
Whoa, no, that's Billy, isn't it?
That's what I said.
Oh yeah. What's Juan saying? Juan Emery.
He says hi from
It's
Argentina.
from Argentina. Is that,
Smiley
is
face.
that how they say
I don't think so.
Argentina?
What's that be?
That was my projector
Oh.
turning off. Turns itself off.
In Harry's flat, he's got a projector.
And
So-
lots of it looks like we're on a stage, to be honest.
Yeah, we should be on
Nice.
stage. Could we do anything about that flare? No.
That's fine. I don't think anyone's watching this for the quality of the content and/or.
Should I see for the tweets?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll retweet my
You're
tweet.
allowed to tweet as well, everybody. Just please engage with us.
Please.
I've had 6 tweets.
That's probably us retweeting it.
Sorry about. Oh, if people are saying that the stream isn't working, maybe it took a while.
Maybe it's the old one. People are saying we're not online.
We are online. You know we're online. You
Oh,
58.
okay. Annie's asked a question. Hi, Annie. Annie Rowland. She says, "What do you guys think about people calling it a feminazi movement?" I saw that comment a lot.
I think feminism being Nazis. I think that's like a lot of feminism's got a bad name, doesn't it?
Well, because of the loud
feminists.
minority.
But I also think that it's like categorically, like if you believe that men and women should have equal opportunities, then you are a feminist.
Yeah.
Whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a Nazi or not, if you believe that, you're probably not a Nazi.
Well, if you're a Nazi, I mean, let's leave Nazis out of it.
If you believe
They
that
haven't
men
done
and
anything
women
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, don't associate Nazis with Sam Pepper. Don't tarnish their good name. I think it comes back to the
The
point I
link's
was.
not working. Can you do it from your computer?
I'm just going to say the link doesn't work. Go
Links.
to Jim and Chell's. Doesn't
Yeah,
work.
just go to the event page.
youtube.com/Chelsea Jim.
Because to be honest, like, if you click the link and it didn't work, have a look for it. You know, it's not rocket science.
We're going to be live for a while, so don't.
We're
worry
going to
about
be,
it.
we've got nothing on.
Oh, 3 tweets. Gary C says the link is not working for me. Spimby
See, I just put the link in and
says
it's
you're
working
online.
for
I see
me.
you.
Yeah.
Don't watch it ourselves. Guys,
I mean, 50 people have managed to
does
work
any,
it out.
yeah,
so
but maybe they haven't come from Twitter.
maybe they're subscribed.
Yeah,
Tell us in the comments how you found us.
we can't see them at the moment because Harry's got his Twitter. He's just doing a
Harry's
tweet, just doing some
maintenance.
admin, yeah.
Live. And
Just
then
doing
what you
some
do
filing.
is you do that.
Did you spit that back in?
No, I did a little burp. Yeah.
Like a cat.
That would be a dog.
It's not that kind of channel, guys. Come on.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
I'm going to be masturbating at just after 8 o'clock, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. 67, 2 away from our
I'm
favourite
not
number.
really. I don't look like that.
I wouldn't mind.
You look disgusted.
Oh, these things usually don't work in Germany. Maybe we can start a campaign or some sort of YouTube
Neither,
community
no one can see the questions
Can I
unless we
read
select
the-
them. So
to ensure these things are
if you've just
highlighted
joined
more.
us, we're talking about Sam Pepper. Sorry, carry on.
hashtag Sam Pepper.
Well, yeah, let's click that to find the people talking about us. Maybe you start a campaign of some sort via the YouTube community to ensure these things are highlighted, which is fine. But what is the campaign? Like, what are we saying we should do in that?
I think
Scenario.
the more people are, because I actually think that if that Sam Pepper video had been made a few years ago, when sexual abuse was less of a kind of a hot topic on YouTube, it might have slipped under the radar. And it goes back to what I was saying before. He's done videos which, in my opinion, are almost just as bad. He's licked strangers in public. He's forced girls to snog him.
That's outrageous. that one.
Captured girls with a lasso. Like, it's all pretty outrageous stuff. So I think it's promising that as a community, YouTube are not tolerating this stuff and are more aware of it. So I guess just a little siren going past. One thing we need to do is continue to do that, to flag these things when they come up and just be like, actually, no, you can't fucking get away with this.
When for example, there are other people in the community, one specifically,
Who?
that we know. Well, I'm not saying, am I? Because that was starting the thing out that I'm asking about. That we know of that have had sex with.
Yeah.
underage people.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
if,
don't know that for sure. It's only because you've told me.
all right, you've heard it
I
from
know-
other
I know
sources
it
as
for
well.
sure.
He knows it for sure. I know it for sure. You've heard it from other
I
sources,
know
haven't
it
you?
for sure.
So do I.
Like for fucking, like sadly sure.
So, but the people that have
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying I don't believe you.
no, I know, but I mean, like, obviously, if you just heard it, it's different. But the people that are involved in that aren't coming forward. We can't out that person,
Yeah.
because without outing those people, otherwise it's just no evidence the same, like, and that's a lot of like the backlash that people are getting.
So how do you deal with that? How
Yeah,
do you
how
make
do
a
we-
positive change? How do you bring these people some kind of justice without actually involving the victims,
Well-
who obviously, for the most part, don't want to be involved?
This
And
is
obviously
the
it's very
horrible-
traumatic.
This is
Yeah, it's
where- this is
like a
where YouTube
traumatic
comes
thing.
in, because YouTube are now hopefully going to introduce the strike system, aren't they? They're gonna introduce
Yes.
a
Well, you
policy.
Is that
can't-
actually happening?
I think all the big YouTubers are now trying to get that to happen. So hopefully YouTube will introduce a policy that basically means that if a YouTube violates any of a certain criteria, they'll be struck off the channel. Or pretty much like Ofcom, which is a regulator of broadcasting in the UK. So if BBC put out something that's violating someone's consent, whatever, then they will get a strike against themselves.
Surely
Yeah.
that's only in video content, not in their behaviour in the community.
Yes, but I think actually a lot of the people who are abusive in other realms are probably the type of people who are going to make this type of YouTube videos. So we're not giving them a voice by cutting off the YouTube videos. Also, really, if they are abusing people outside of YouTube, that YouTube they can't have responsibility for that.
Mm.
That's not their responsibility. Although it's a horrible thing, YouTube as a company can't do anything about that because they're not. Then that's not their remit, you know.
And I think that it's a difficult one because YouTube is so new, and maybe it is actually our responsibility as a community
It's unregulated.
and as viewers to be the people who do something about it. But a question that I would like answered is, to just a regular YouTube viewer, do you consider yourself to be a part of a community, or is YouTube just a passive thing that you can take or leave? You watch a video, you don't really consider yourself to be a part of it. If someone wants to answer that, they can.
And there's a few
But,
questions about.
I mean, because I feel like I
opinions.
can't really speak like unbiasedly on that, because I've been making YouTube videos since the dawn of time and feel very much part of the community, because most of these people I know in real life or have met at some point.
There's a few things on Sampa, but he hasn't even apologised. If he hasn't apologised by this point, I think he's lost his window where it's not just shit, I tried every other option,
Yeah.
and it's just going to seem insincere. There's nothing we can do to make him apologise.
Well, he did a half-assed apology, didn't he?
What you mean?
Did
He did that. He did the awful thing, like the worst apology.
Well, if you were offended, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Like
I'm
that.
sorry if I offended you,
Oh,
or
no.
I'm sorry if you feel like that.
That's rubbish.
If anyone ever says that to you, that's not a real apology.
No, because that's saying you
That's
shouldn't have
just
been
sorry,
offended.
That's just sorry for the person, yeah,
Right.
rather than sorry for the
Like kind of
action.
like sorry that you're so sensitive.
So
Wow.
it entirely
Caitlin
depends
says-
upon who the creator is. Forgotten what we said.
Yeah, no, the
Right.
question was from Jimmy. Do you feel like you're in a community?
Oh,
Caitlin
Sorry.
says it depends on the YouTuber. So that's interesting.
So,
So what makes a YouTuber?
I
so
feel
maybe
like some of them engender a community, like Carrie. It's like, oh, you're the hopefuls,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Jim
Yeah.
Jams, Jim
I
001,
feel like, you know,
005.
like, have you watched Rhett and Link's Good Mythical Morning?
Yeah, I love them.
So I feel like that's a community. I feel like the people in there are really strongly like bonded.
yeah,
And I think that's a really nice thing to watch.
Yeah, I think you're definitely more engaged with some creators than you are with others.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I get that.
well, I feel that about Rooster Teeth because they have like the forums for the community. They have community videos. They talk to us like we know them and they're often.
But then that has been a technique that has been manipulated by some people, obviously Nerimon had his Nermi army. And then,
Even that is an issue though because it's his army.
yeah,
And it was all right for Dumbledore because he didn't name it, but Nerimon was like, "You're my army," in a very sort of like just dictatorship kind of way.
Well, looking back
That's
on
the
it,
clue.
it seems dictator.
is that with hindsight or?
No, I thought that at the
I
time.
feel like it's a community, especially when you watch people who mention and include other people you watch in their videos from Ella.
Include other people.
Okay, so
Oh.
for example, what we're doing now,
If you watched Harry and Jimmy
yeah,
and me, that's nice.
which is nice because I like it when I watch like an American YouTuber and they have like I like it when Grace and her chums make
Oh, I've had
videos
enough
together.
of that
That's what I like.
now.
Them.
No, I'm kidding.
You're not
I'm
kidding,
not
though,
kidding,
are
it's
you?
fine.
She never kids. Just checking the old Twitter.
No, I can cut. I like, especially if I haven't seen them together before. There's few people that I really, really like. Like, I love it if you and Chris do a video.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
when Chris.
Chris brings out the best in you. Do you
Oh,
know?
really?
No, like,
Who don't you like it when I make a video with them? Don't answer that.
you know. But
Michelle, you bring out the best in me.
I do. We bring the best out in each other, Jimmy. So, you right, Harry? Oh.
I was reading the comment. This person submitted a comment, and I was really confused because I thought it said Sam King, not Sam Thing. So I was like really confused that it was going to be something about Sam King.
So when you click on that, does it come up in the
So
thing?
yeah, so now they can see all that. They can't
Oh,
see
this
these
is
questions.
cool.
So you have to select it to show them.
Because, for example, in this whole Sam thing, there are a lot of people in his community defending his behaviour. Yeah, it's hard to feel part of the community where if you can't make it. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. One thing I've noticed is that when a lot of accusations come out, big YouTubers will either they'll take sides, right? And a lot
You
of
were
them,
talking about your own personal documentary, Harry.
possibly. And one thing, and all of the big YouTubers that came out against that documentary have now apologised
Have they?
personally to me, which is really good of them, to be fair. Especially one of them who's a stubborn cunt, but I love him. But he,
I know that.
yeah, you know.
I don't love him.
No, I do. I think he's great. But
Kyan doesn't like him either.
Stop it! But the point is, when someone makes accusations, and then all of the big YouTubers that the victims respect then deny those accusations, how does that feel as a victim? You know, to feel like no one's ever going to support you, no one will ever believe you.
Yeah.
That just discourages people coming forward, and to me, that's negative.
I think, like, with the Sam thing, even, what's his fucking friend called? Mazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He
that was
was
him
like-
covering his own.
Yeah, he was covering his own ass.
And I'm sure that it was his management who told him to do that. I'm sure
Yeah.
that he's got
Was it
somebody
last
looking
week?
after him. He did a
He said he
Newsround
didn't-
got in touch with him, or
Yeah.
BBC News, and he came out and said, "Oh, I didn't know anything about this video. I think it's disgusting that he's done this."
And that's because...
Something about his mum talking to Sam's mum, but that was to cover his own back. That's to cover his own arse.
Yeah, but before the recent events with Alex Day, Tom Milsom, Ed Plant, that didn't happen because they all thought they were in a safe bubble.
Yeah.
Now, if someone gets targeted, they realise that people do give a shit and they're going to be vilified. Thus, they just want to separate as much as possible, which is obviously great. But I think in terms of the community, there's going to be a lot of people in Sam Pepper's community who don't give a shit about misogyny or sexual abuse because they think it's funny, they're not educated, and they're arseholes.
Because like, if you think his videos get millions of views, he hasn't got millions of subscribers.
But I mean, in terms of people sticking up for him, which is question us, like they're arseholes too, and that's probably why they're watching Sam Pepper in the
I
first
reckon
place.
80% of his views come from shares on Facebook. They won't come from actual like weekly viewers.
I've seen all sorts of shit on Facebook. Facebook loves shit like that.
Okay, it's
Oh, you've had a new subscriber, Harry.
probably because of
Mo
us.
Carr.
I don't usually feel like I'm part of the YouTube community in an active way, but I found when all things like this happen, it really affects me and definitely has an impact on my life. Correct effect,
So does that mean?
which I'm a fan of.
Well done.
I need to focus on what I'm doing more because I actually look at myself every now and again. I look really gormless.
Does that mean that you, Miss Maisie Mouse, were vocal about the Sam Pepper thing? Did it just make you feel as though positive action was being taken? Like, how does it make you feel?
I concur though, because I don't care about the YouTube community in a sort of daily sense. Like, I have my friends in the community, and that's all I care about. Like, I've made friends with everyone that I want to be friends with. But when something like this happens and everyone bands together, I do feel sort of like a sense of belonging to something that has a better cause than just look at me and my mates.
Well, at the end of the day, when you break it down, we've got an amazing platform here. We've all got an audience. We've all got a voice. So there is such potential to do something really good and to be that raising awareness, or actually, which I think we should focus on more, mobilizing people to take action and do something. It's just we've got to decide what that thing is we can do. Like,
As a community.
yeah, what's the best thing we can do? How do we tackle this? How do we get rid of morons like Sam Pepper? Not as in,
Well,
get rid of them.
I also feel like
More
as-
like change their attitudes and show them that the things that they believe aren't right, and that you can't go and pinch people's asses in public and think that's okay. It just shows how impacted misogynist views are.
But as a smaller creators, it's difficult for us to say, okay, we're going to do this, and this is how the rest of the YouTube community should behave. It takes someone like Lacey Green or Tom Scott to put that in motion because it will have enough clout and enough people will see it.
Yeah.
So we don't really have a strong enough voice, the same as probably the people that are watching.
It feels like YouTube again is transitioning. It sort of started as this lo-fi thing where nobody really knew what to do with it and everyone was just sticking around. Then it became a kind of semi-professional, almost TV-like broadcast platform when everyone had their DSLRs and their posh lighting and was doing sort of almost professional TV-style entertainment. And now we're into territory where people are starting to be a little bit more thoughtful and tackle issues.
Yeah.
And
I think we're going to see a massive shift in the next 2 years. And to me, that's so exciting. Because you think
yeah,
about it,
it's
like,
so interesting to see that this next phase kind of.
I'd never have met you two if it wasn't for YouTube. I'd never have met, like,
Lucky.
the other day I just started filming this series and fucking Will Derbyshire was there in the room. I would have never have met him or been a part of whatever if he was on telly or using other entertainment strands. And now you can find really good friends, you know, from it.
We watched Patty Walter sleep, didn't we, once?
Oh, it's Dickade. Me and Jimmy watched Patty Walter sleep. We didn't know who he was.
That wouldn't have happened without YouTube.
We didn't know who he was, but we
Positive.
just.
Thought he had a nice face, didn't we?
Yeah, he was asleep, wasn't he? And then we were watching him. He woke up, so we hugged as though that was what we would been doing the whole time, just standing next to him hugging. Oh,
I like that. That was our go-to thing. That's like our reaction.
I like this question. Not this question. It's gone now. Oh, there it is.
Do you think the fangirl stereotype is damaging to how certain YouTubers view and disrespect their fans? And are there any ways you think that you could improve that?
I think people, I was talking to you this about
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
because I think people see a mass of numbers and automatically stereotype all of them to be the same type of person because they look at their demographic and they see that 70% are girls and that 40% of those girls are between the ages of 12 and 14. And then a tiny percentage of that are actually screaming girls. So they actually kind of think that even about 2% of their following are the whole of it. And I think that, and people underestimate the fans.
Well, as somebody who watched a lot of YouTube before I started YouTube a couple of years ago, I used to be a big fan of Jimmy.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Can't stand me now.
But years ago, back in the day, when he was funny and fatter, I was a fan of
You were
Jimmy.
fat?
Fat and funny, the two F's.
Yeah, and then
Have
he
you
got.
seen
I only saw your videos from maybe a year or two ago.
Oh yeah, I'd lost the weight by then.
But the thing
It's
is,
my
I
driving
didn't.
licence.
I wasn't
Fuck
very
off.
vocal.
That's not you.
Did you not hear him talking about it to the guy in Tesco
You
earlier?
need to get a new driver's license because no one's going to believe that's you. Someone's going to screenshot
Don't
that.
strip Jimmy.
Why? It's not even my
It's not
address.
information.
It's not even my address. That is my. Probably shouldn't.
So
Don't
anyway,
screenshot that.
I never really reached out. I wasn't like, if I like someone, I'll never tweet them. I probably won't leave a comment.
Yeah, same,
I'll
I
only leave a
wouldn't.
comment on my friends' videos. No, yes you do, because we love Drew, and you're like, oh, do you think we can ever be friends with @Drew?
Oh yeah.
I
Not-
comment all the
Yeah,
time.
but I don't love him that much. I don't give a shit.
No.
I wouldn't tweet Simon Amstel.
So
someone who I actually
people
really
like us who just go, oh yeah, we probably get on with them in real life, probably don't contact us.
Yeah.
It's the people who do treat it perhaps as sort of like a fan
Yeah, I get you.
creator.
I don't.
So-
I mean, I think that actually people use the fangirl thing to stimulate their own ego. I think it's people who consider themselves to have fangirls who are more held with fangirls than anyone else.
yeah. As a
I think the
woman-
reason it exists is because it's not. It's not just girls for a start. Like there is a male equivalent, and males can be a part of that as well. But it's people who. What was that
It's
face?
just like, yeah, loads of young boys were like, get out, away, boys.
Oh yeah, you just can't move from them, can you?
Nah.
You've got fanboys all around, beating them off with an actual stick.
Not beating them off.
Sorry,
So-
tossing them off.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think when you're that age and you're at school and maybe you're not having the best time at school, it's nice to feel like you're part of something. And that's often what the fangirl thing is. You're part of a community. You feel like you're part of a bigger thing.
But like as a woman on YouTube, I think especially, and like not only having say like 25,000 subscribers, I don't think anyone who watches my videos are actually like a fan of mine. I just think they subscribe. They haven't got anything better to do. Sometimes they'll have a watch. I've never.
But what is
considered-
a fan? What is a fan?
Yeah, but I've never considered anyone a fan, and I don't think I ever would. I wouldn't. I just go, oh yeah, they've seen me on the internet. That's like the most it would be. So I find it really strange when like people, like specifically someone who makes a very shit video series with something that's
What's this one?
they're like, oh, my fans are so annoying.
I agree with Ella. I live in America and would never have heard about the Tom, Alex, Sam Pepper situations without hearing about it from Jimmy. I don't believe it was correctly publicised across YouTube. That's
Well, how would you
interesting.
do that though?
But that, I mean, that brings up to your point. You're saying, should we all make a video? Is it even worth it?
It does feel
It would be
redundant.
worth it, maybe. Maybe it would be worth it.
I don't even feel like I've talked about it enough, really. Like, I mean, the Alex thing was a particularly weird thing for me because I kind of knew him. It seemed like through the internet that I. Oh, Gary C's calling.
Not now, Gary.
Gary C, sorry, Gary C off the internet's
What?
calling.
He's watching. He's
Shall I
watching.
answer or?
He's watching.
He knows we're doing it. We're trying to do
I'll
a
answer my
serious
question
chat.
first. I'll answer my question. I'll speak to you in a minute. Regarding the Alex Day thing, it's a weird one for me because I did sort of know him in real life, but in actual fact, I didn't know him that well. Like we'd spoken as co-creators, we'd worked on a podcast
It's all
together.
fake.
It is. It's not all
That's
fake.
a good choice.
Yeah. So I was genuinely like surprised to find out about all this stuff. So I didn't really know what to think. So I've just kind of like not spoken to him.
Also, I think it was different with the Alex Day, Tom Milton, Eggplant thing because with Sam's video, we've got this piece of evidence that we can all react to. With the Alex Day thing, we'd heard rumors, we believed them, but it wasn't our place to.
It felt like the discourse was a lot more. Let me just answer this. Sorry.
Also, I feel like with the Alex Day thing,
Hello.
if you jump in on something like that, sometimes it can seem like you're trying to use it for your own benefit. Like, I'll make a video about this because I know a lot of people watch it. It's a hot topic. I'm temp-holing it. I will get subscribers from this people. And, like, oftentimes it might seem disingenuous.
Okay.
Whereas with other things, such as the Sam Pepper thing, you know that people are genuinely angered by that. Jimmy's swearing a lot. I don't know why he's swearing a lot. Everyone's gone. Okay. What's happened? Hold on, I've got to go and have a whisper. You can't pause it. Harry!
I'll keep it going. Guys. Woo. So, they're going to have a little conversation about stuff. Hello, my name's Harry. You got any questions for me? This is where I live. Right. I'm just going to keep things going here. How was your evening? Good. So basically, we're just talking about Sam Pepper and all that kind of stuff. It's just, I think it's such a shame that it kind of had to happen in a way. I think it's a shame how he reacted to it, simply because he didn't say sorry, and he should just kind of put his hands up and go, okay, that was really stupid. And he should probably come forward about any other accusations that have happened. But unfortunately, this is not the case. So yeah, there you go. I don't know what to do.
Sorry.
I just feel like.
Am I in the middle now?
Which one's mine? Is it this one?
Yeah.
Just drinking some cola.
Possibly one of the creators that we were talking about a minute ago, who we knew definitely had done something wrong, has just been outed in a YouTube video.
No way.
During. Yeah.
No way. This
Yeah.
is such good news.
Well, not for the person that had to make the video.
No,
bless
it's
her.
good news.
But-
This fucker's gonna come to fucking.
But what a good timing.
This is such good
Yeah,
timing.
fuck all of the cunts.
Okay, so
Just
is
having a
Gary
wee.
gonna link the video to us? Wait, no.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It's not.
yeah. I haven't watched it, but I'm going to retweet it.
Can we watch it?
We can't watch it because.
Oh my god, Anya, you're such a babe.
Yeah. Okay. So
You are
we can't
such a
say
babe.
what she's. We don't know what she said, so we can't say.
Okay, we
anything
can't
about
say
it.
what she said in the video, but if you log on to Anya Mags' channel,
Anya Mags has just outed another one of the cunts from YouTube who
I
have
can't
been
believe
abusing
this.
his fans. So go to
Anya Mags.
Yeah.
Anya Mags, and on YouTube, and you'll find I'm so happy about that.
like that was.
I'm overjoyed. I'm overjoyed.
That was a strange timing. Okay.
I've got to text Alex now.
It's quite interesting.
This is amazing. Not Alex Day, by the way. Don't know him. Don't know who he is. Do know who he is. Don't know him personally. God, digging.
Okay, let's do this one, which has nothing to do with any of that stuff. The problem with the internet and collabs is it comes across as though you are all friends, and then the audience is left wondering why you, not Jimmy in particular, are staying quiet about the situation. because people assume you have more info than everyone else. Not always the case, because oftentimes, because we are all friends, I will hear it from somebody, but it doesn't mean that they haven't heard it from somebody else or they've got facts about it. Just because we're in that situation, like if Jimmy said to me, I've heard X about so-and-so, I can't prove it either. And, you know, it's all rumors, whether or not you hear it on Tumblr or from Jimmy one night whilst drinking.
What's that? What's the question? On the internet and collabs, it comes across as you are friends and then wondering why are staying quiet. Oh, that's a really good question. I think often, I mean, personally, like I don't collaborate with people I don't like because I don't see the point, and I think it'd be quite uncomfortable to do a video with someone who you don't actually get on with in real life and to pretend like you're best pals. But lots of people do it because obviously you've got to remember that YouTube for a lot of people is their job, it's a business, it's a way of making money. And a good way of growing your audience is to do a video with someone else. So don't assume that just because two people look like best pals in a video, it means they are in real life. I mean, just take me and Chelsea, for example. We barely talk, do we, when we're not on camera?
So that's the thing that annoys me as well, is that because so much of it is fake and so much of it is just like, oh, if you're in my video, then I'll get views and blah, 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 swap subscribers, cross promote.
Yeah,
when people
like that girl we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. When people are actually friends, like us, it just feels like people are going to go, nah, they're just doing it to get the subscribers. We hang out loads without me Instagramming it.
Obviously, it's not about subscribers if it's just two.
Not helping anyone.
I mean, there are almost as many people in this room as there are subscribers.
Well, at least that will watch the videos. So I also wouldn't subscribe to someone unless I actually genuinely like them. I've not subscribed, collabed with someone. I've collabed with 3 people.
If someone collabs with me, they better not expect any viewers because it's just, I mean, that's never going to happen.
This is a collab right now.
Yeah, I've collabed with 2 people.
This is technically.
We've got 112 views. Oh, it's just gone down to 105.
Good.
How are you enjoying the live stream so far? Let us know. Send us a tweet or leave us a comment. It'd be good to hear from you. I'm enjoying the questions so far. This is good. I like it. Somebody says, are you going to read Zoella's book? I don't know what Zoella's book is about.
What is it? Is it fictional?
I don't know. I've got no idea. Do you know what Zoella's book's about?
No.
Oh, look.
I won't be reading it.
Plug me. I think questions coming quite late.
Julia says, hey, Harry, do you do YouTube?
Yes.
Big time. Plug yourself,
I do.
Harry.
Harry Hitchens.
Oh,
don't put the burp in the search field.
sorry.
That's not my name.
Gassy. Just add some fizzy pop. Do you think
Sexual abuse situations are directly related to the YouTube success of blah, 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 or it's just an unfortunate platform for people who are already engaged in these activities? I think
people expect it less
it's
of
just
people.
a mix of everything. I think, like, back in the day, people who started YouTube perhaps weren't the
something's happening
popular.
outside of Harry's flat?
Gang fighting out there.
He lives in quite a rough area, you see.
Yeah, so back in the day, the people that did YouTube weren't the popular kids. They were, so to speak, I mean, fuck that bullshit, because, like, as soon as you're out of high school, that's completely irrelevant. No one's a popular kid. I hate that. That's made me
Oh,
angry.
gotcha. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
even used
If
it.
you're at school now and you feel like you're not one of the popular people, don't fear. As soon as you leave school, that means nothing. It means literally nothing.
You're probably more interesting.
Yeah,
if anything,
definitely.
unless you go to, well, I think it's probably changing now as well, but like all the popular kids that went to my school, they're still living in my town now.
Don't know. It's
Anyway,
a very,
what
very
was the
large
question?
Group of young,
So
scary
Young,
people.
loud people.
when those people who perhaps didn't have much socializing experience suddenly got many people following them and looking up to them, they didn't know how to deal with it. And I think that created a weird scenario back in the day. For maybe people like Alex, I don't know how popular Alex was, but I feel like if he's suddenly treated like a god.
But the thing with Alex was, and this could come from someone who knew him kind of like outside of videos and socialized with him in real life. He was always very confident with speaking to people. Like he definitely, thought a lot of himself and would be very forward speaking to people. So, and I saw him, be very forward with girls in the past. Like I never witnessed anything that was abuse, but like I saw him trying to give his number to girls, and he would quite happily, with no fear of rejection, be like, "Hey, do you want my number?" That kind of thing. So I think that maybe with him, that was just his personality, and YouTube was merely a vehicle that he could have found elsewhere if he wasn't a YouTube celebrity. But I think the thing that you have to remember with YouTube is it's such a weird way of socializing, because it is in many ways another social network.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's all different age groups mixing together. Everyone's very aware of how popular somebody else is, which is something you don't have in real life. Everybody on YouTube has a number next to their name. And as much as people say that it doesn't matter, it always fucking matters. It always matters because you know it. You know it. Which is why, like, certain YouTubers will make videos with other YouTubers and hang out with other YouTubers because they know that, well, they hope that it's going to be an access point to getting the kind of fame and the trappings of fame that they've got. So it's a skewed world. It's not like, you can't compare it to the real world, really.
Also, I think a lot of the creators are, say, 16 to 22 years old, and young guys at that age with loads of women throwing themselves at them don't always have the human skills and morals to control themselves. And like, it's not an excuse because it's fucking disgusting. It really is disgusting. But, you know, they're going to take advantage of it because they're animals. Not all of them, obviously.
It's true.
Someone like Miles
It's true.
wouldn't even lie. He's just such a sweetheart, and he's got that same scenario. He's got loads of girls like coming up to him. Oh, Miles, you're so cute.
Yeah.
He wouldn't. He's probably like nervous to hug one. You know. So there are good ones, and I feel like it would be terrible if everyone was tainted by that.
Unfortunately, though, the reason a lot of people start making YouTube videos is because they want that kind of recognition. They want to be a celebrity. They want people to be throwing themselves at them. They want that kind of notoriety. So obviously that plays a part as well. And I guess that the reason there's such a high instance of people being abusive and manipulative on YouTube is because it's
Is that the right link?
not in like a, what are you doing?
Or just people are complaining that they haven't got the
No,
right
they can't
link.
watch it. Yeah, but it's like, it's kind of a weird thing to do, make YouTube videos. People do it for different reasons. That's the reason some people make
That's
videos.
on mobile, though. I bet it works.
Julie says, did Alex Day really not have hand soap?
What's hands?
That's the worst thing.
He
Wow.
didn't. I don't want to go on about Alex Day too much.
Wow, okay, she outed V1I.
Yeah, so V1I got Anya Mags drunk, and then, wait, what can I say? And used her for sex. And like, we knew.
See, basically, Jason, and there's no known second name, but Jason
With the hair, I
V1I
think is his second name.
on YouTube is one of the most grotesque people I've ever met in my life, actually. From the things I've met, 3 victims, as you could say, that he's done certain things to, ranging from horrible, very sexual things to manipulation, which is just as horrible, but less like kind of physical. When I actually went to question him about this, and I to his face, I said, "What do you think about the accusations brought to him?" And the look on his face was just not one of guilt or one of kind of being scared of getting caught out, just one of just smugness, you know, and thinking, you're never going to find out anyway. No one cares, you know. And like, he was even like, before a meetup, someone said, look, you haven't done any regulation to this meetup. You haven't told me when it's happening. It could go really badly wrong, like the last one did. What would you do? And he genuinely, I have the message on my laptop. He genuinely messaged back saying, if anything goes wrong, we'll just walk away. It doesn't really matter, does it? You know, he's talking about 10, 11, 12-year-old fans turning up to see him. He has no responsibility. He's fucking 22. He's 22 years old.
I didn't realize that old.
You know, and it makes me so happy that Anya has been strong enough,
Was Anya
and brave
15 when it
enough.
happened?
I don't know if I can talk about any of that, really.
I'll ask Anya.
But the thing is about Jason is that I've got to say that I never ever gave any implications of or anything
to say that anyone was underage. But what was really interesting was everyone that criticised me for exposing him always talked about underage girls. I never said that. They know exactly what's going on, and they chose to do nothing about it. So I'm very happy. Well done, Anya. Basically.
Yeah, I'm so fucking proud of
fucking
Anya.
brilliant. She's a brilliant girl. Anyway.
Anya is one of my favorite. She has one of my favorite YouTube channels, which is beside the point right now. But she's incredibly funny, incredibly mature for her age.
So mature,
really
so clever,
nice, genuine human being, and I would definitely recommend you subscribe to her and
100%.
try and be friends with her. I love her.
Anya's great.
We had frozen yogurt the other day with her.
We did. We had Froyo
Right, stop
with
going on
Anya.
about it.
It was great. Frozen yogurt. I still have the Lord.
She just like women, like I just fucking hate that cunt. How dare he?
He is just.
But do you think it was YouTube that has made him like this? I mean,
Do you know
Well,
what,
he's
like,
obviously got
we
insecurities.
don't know his past, right? We don't know what.
But we
don't know
do, to a
We
degree.
don't know his
Well, we know
past.
why he doesn't have a second name.
What we don't know that.
Well, we think.
why?
Well,
Apparently, someone said that he moved because he's abused someone somewhere else, or he was abusive to someone else, and he doesn't tell anyone the second name because he doesn't want to know who.
Oh,
I
God.
think that's probably hearsay.
Yeah.
That's not confirmed anyway.
okay.
Um,
Anya was 15 when Jason got her drunk and slept with her. 15,
So he can go to prison. For
and
that.
he was what, 21?
He can go to prison.
He was 21. It was definitely over 20.
The only thing, when I found all this out, I couldn't say anything because I couldn't. When I asked the victims if they wanted any help, I knew people that could have helped. With solicitor firms and everything, I was ready to really kind of push this and make it go massive, right? But they didn't want to, so I had to respect that, okay? But what kind of made me feel comfortable was that Jason is such a vacuous person anyway, and just point to me is, I knew that in 3 years' time he'll have nothing, and that made me really happy because he took something from so many girls and didn't even bat an eyelid about it. That made me quite happy and content that he wasn't actually really going to have. He's not in the slightest employable. At least.
No, you know that he's got such a short span. Like, even if he hadn't fucked up, if YouTube went, what the fuck was that cunt going to do anyway?
That's what I was.
And
trying to say,
it's
okay.
obvious from his videos and the way that he is he just wants the notoriety, he wants the fame side of it. He's not bothered about doing anything
With content.
creative or interesting or
No.
with humour. He wants to be a bit famous on the internet. But I think the real thing that we need to work out is like, how do we stop this happening again in the future? How do we stop it? Is it possible?
You're never going to be able to be there at every scenario with every person where that could. Do you know? Like there's always going to be fans that want to meet creators, and you can't step in. Like with Summer in the City, though, it bothers me because they've banned Sam now. He's not allowed back. But if they had complaints previously, why was he allowed to go this year? I don't think there should be any
And he
leeway
was a
with that sort
dickhead
of
there
thing.
as well.
He was a cunt.
He was an absolute dickhead there at Summer in the City. It's so unfortunate that
Why can't
YouTube appeals so much to these kind of people.
Well, I mean, it makes sense if you now they've seen the audience you can get to go, oh, I'll just make a channel, then I'll get loads of.
Yeah. Should we have a look at some of these questions?
Yeah. What's their channel called? Anya Mags. ANIAMAGS.
It's 1080.
Yeah. Why can't everyone be nice? I don't understand why there's any sort of.
Anya fucking retweeted him. I've been quite harsh, I think, but
Yeah.
I think it's fair. We should all tweet out Anya's video. All tweet out Anya Mag's video.
Yeah. Can we all just get the word out on that now?
So if you type in Anya Mags into Twitter or go onto any of our Twitters, we're going to retweet Anya's tweet. And you can go and watch the video, make your own mind up, and support us in exposing a terrible, terrible person who deserves justice. Justice should be served, as people would say.
I can't copy and paste on my phone.
Retweet.
I've already retweeted it, but I want to do my own. But yeah, I think it's just so frustrating to sit in a community where you do have a platform to talk to a lot of people who are oftentimes younger and do not necessarily look up to people, but obviously there are cases where that happens. But you know, like if there is, I would watch a video and if someone had a good point, maybe I'd be influenced by it even now. So to use and abuse that platform is absolutely disgusting to me. I don't really like making serious videos, but if I do, I want to make sure that I promote simply that we're all equal, and to try and just to use another human being in any way that makes them seem less than human is the most despicable thing that you could possibly do. And these arseholes don't deserve any anonymity about it. We want to take them all down.
Take them all down. They don't deserve to have any voice if they do that kind of thing. I'm just so proud of Anya.
Oh, fucking
I'm
hell, yeah.
so fucking proud.
It is amazing.
I
I'm just
can't
thinking about
imagine
that.
how difficult that was, especially since
It's so hard because you know that there are going to be so many people. Well, I mean, there's the
fans
fear
of Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
And like even people who
But
are so misguided, they probably go, "Oh well, you're lucky. I would have loved it if he'd done that to me." It's just disgusting. Like people are so misguided, and to be the first person that comes out about something as well.
I think what does give
So
us
much
hope
strength.
is that more people are coming forward now, and that there are a lot of strong voices in the community who will always support people who come forward and speak about this stuff.
Yeah, you will like if something has happened to
There
you,
will be support there.
there will be so
definitely.
much support in the community. I mean, like it won't be easy. There'll still be so many assholes that like accuse you of lying and attention seeking and just don't give a shit. But you will have a lot of support. I mean, if anything, the Sandpepper thing has shown how much the community will rally together.
Absolutely.
And just
Absolutely.
ostracize someone. There's no, okay, you can argue your point. It's just, no, you're done now. See you later.
Because actually, it is still a small minority of people, we would hope anyway, who are doing this fucking awful kind of stuff. So know that the rest of the people making YouTube videos actually are just decent enough to see that as fucking out of order and want it to be. Well, I mean, you would just hope that by using our voice for a positive thing is going to translate some kind of good in society, and hopefully it will reduce that stuff like this happening in normal life as well.
Yeah, I've always been so wary of mentioning it because I just don't want people to think that I'm only doing it to jump on a bandwagon. But I think
I actually felt like that with the Sandpepper thing because I
Yeah.
thought, oh shit, I'd quite like to make a video about this. So I've got a lot to say, but then I didn't want to think people that I was just doing it because it's so like out of character for my channel.
Yeah.
I didn't want people to think I was just doing it just to cash in on it.
But then
So I
again,
didn't.
if I get 50 people having a go at me for jumping on the bandwagon and
Yeah.
using it for my own advantage, doesn't matter because maybe I'll highlight the issue to one person that didn't know and that could have helped that one person. So maybe that's just something that we have to go, fuck everything
I think
else.
so.
We'll just make a video about it because that's more important than how we're perceived.
Well, that's the fucking beauty of YouTube, and that's the power that we have. So many people use this platform to make inane, banal, vacuous shit and get loads of views from it and make loads of money, that sometimes it feels like it's a little bit futile to try and do anything with any like bigger social aim or to do a bit of good. But I think we need to get out of that mentality. Like, I definitely want to talk about stuff on my channel to hopefully help people. I think we all need to do it as well.
No, I agree. It's just, do people want to hear it all the time? I think there's that other line
I
as
don't think
well.
they want to hear it all the time, but you don't have to talk about it all the time, do you? You
No.
only have to talk about it occasionally.
So that's that. Any more questions?
Any more questions? Send your questions. Are you enjoying this, by the way? We've got
Sorry,
165
I
viewers.
feel like people probably went to our live stream going, they'll do
People have actually
light-hearted
been
jokes.
saying, people are just saying they love this, and actually that's really cool because it shows that it's a classic thing. Is
Nobody talks. Well, nobody makes. There are a few people making videos about it. Honestly, I think.
yeah, and also there are a few people who do a live stream without doing a silly game or something, whereas
Yeah.
actually we're going to talk about something worthwhile that everyone should be talking about, and people are fucking listening. You know, people are liking it, people are engaging. Like your guys' questions in this are amazing. All of you are getting so involved, and that's testament to who you guys are as viewers, not as a fucking fangirl. There's a lot of YouTubers who cool people, you know. I think it's awesome. Good on you guys.
Where are the new questions?
The new
Oh,
questions,
we've
I
got
think.
loads. Are they at the bottom?
I think they're
Yeah.
at the top, aren't they?
Oh no, they're at the bottom.
No, they're
We've
the
missed
old ones.
loads.
They're the old
They're the
ones.
Are
old
they?
ones.
Sorry,
These ones are the.
gassy.
Oh, so that's got. Oh, they've got
That's a lot of
+3.
colour.
Oh, right. So everyone can see everyone's questions. then.
Coca-Cola.
So they're plussing the questions, and then. So
I don't understand Google Plus. What is it?
I don't know.
Okay, so are you guys ready to take control because I need a wee?
Yeah, we're ready to take control.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna have a wee.
Kirsty Smith on Twitter, hello Kirsty Smith, says, really interesting what you guys are saying right now. I always thought it was odd so many bigger YouTubers didn't. Let's continue on to another tweet, which hasn't loaded yet. Didn't address the previous scandal, and I guess that makes sense. But please, in the future, just make the video if you. Again, just waiting for the next tweet. Just hold on there. Don't go anywhere. If you. She's not written it yet. If you want to, because I at least would really appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think there's often a fear when something like this happens that you speaking out will your viewers just won't be interested, because especially for me, like I make stupid comedy videos where I just dick about in my flat, so to suddenly come out and speak about sexual abuse, I appreciate that a lot of people won't be expecting that, and a lot of people probably won't be that interested or even know who Sam Pepper is. So but you're right, I mean, even if it helps only a couple of people, then it's worth doing, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
certainly.
We've got this platform, we've got this voice, why not use it?
Yeah, why not?
Why the hell not? Julia says, have you ever had a weird stalker experience? I've not, actually.
I have.
Have you?
Actually, yeah. It's
Come
really
on,
weird.
tell all.
So, okay, so 2 years ago, I had a guy who worked in Waitrose.
Okay.
I didn't know he worked in Waitrose.
Such a middle-class stalker.
He tweeted me every time I was in Waitrose saying, just saw you on aisle 7, right? I was thinking, fucking hell, this is weird, right? It's the same guy. And apparently, I eventually found out he worked at Waitrose. I saw his profile picture, and once I saw him in Waitrose, and we caught eyes, and I was like, oh God, and I ran off. And then I actually he worked there. And then I tweeted once, I gave him a haircut, and that was next to the Waitrose. And 5 minutes after I tweeted, he's, oh, must have just missed you.
Oh my God.
He went to the hairdresser to go and find me. It wasn't that bad. I think he probably
It's a
had
bit
a few
weird though,
things.
isn't it? I still wouldn't like that very much.
No,
I wouldn't like a stalker.
I think he was a
That'd be
bit harmless, but to be honest, I don't know. I think it was weird. It was
When
weird.
I used to, so back in the day when I first started making YouTube videos in like 2008 or whenever it was, 2007, when I was just 12 years old. No, I wasn't. There's this girl who used to watch my videos, and she found out the supermarket that I used to work in, because everyone was a bit more naive there. I was probably a little bit more vocal about my location and stuff. And she used to come in all the time and like just sort of watch me from afar.
Really?
It was really weird. It was really
weird.
yeah, but that was like back when I had maybe 500 or 1,000 subscribers, so I don't get anything like that now. I'd love a stalker now.
You'd love a stalker.
I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't, mate. I got, when I came out on YouTube, I got 10 death threats, and 2 of them
Did you?
found out my
Death threats?
Death threats. 2 of them found out my address.
Did they really?
Yeah. 2 of them were literally saying, I'm gonna.
And these were just random people.
And one of them, which was really funny, one of them threatened to kill me, but before he killed me, the threat was to like sexually abuse me, which I thought was kind of against the
Weird
point.
for a homophobe, isn't it?
Weird for a homophobe.
I'm
Weird
going
for
to
a
kill
homophobe.
you, but first
First, you're going to play with this dildo.
I'm going to
Okay.
give you a hand job.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
going to
kiss
hate
you
that.
like you've never been kissed.
Oh, by the way, I
Be
look
awful.
like George from Wonder
from Union J.
from Union J. Sorry.
Did you see about his address or?
No, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
Let's have some. What's Craig saying?
Do you think it matters that Sam Pepper used actors in his Ask Women videos? Do you think they were all actors? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter, because I
It's
think
still
the fact that he
Ask
thought that video was acceptable says that's kind of the main message there, that he thought that was okay. I don't believe that he did use actors personally. I think he just did it as a normal prank, and like when he found out it didn't go down so well, hastily tried to cover his arse by launching this very, very shoddy PR campaign to make it seem like it was a bigger, more
Shouts to Wally
complex social
Newport.
experiment.
Sorry.
Just doing a shout out to Wally Newport there. Hi. So no, I don't think that it matters whether they're actors or not. I personally don't believe that they were actors, but just the fact that he thought that was an okay thing to do, I think says it all, because it ain't. Books. Hi, Books. Book says, Do you guys think that the kind of "oh, I'm so awkward and cute" thing that predominantly young male YouTubers do is harmful? Does it make their fans blow off these sexual assaults? So I guess what you're saying there is the character that YouTubers portray dishonest, and is that kind of deliberately non-sexual to cover up their actual intention? I would say that actually most young male YouTubers, you've got to remember, aren't sexual abusers, although the ones that are, you can't tell that they are from their videos, and often I guess it is a character that they are kind of playing. Obviously everyone sort of
also a
changes
lot
themselves online.
of nervous people will probably act quite nervous in their videos overly because they're nervous. And back in the day, I think a lot of people on YouTube were probably recluses, were people that probably couldn't find their own friends on offline communities. So they went online and found people similar to themselves. And nowadays it's changed to all sorts. You know, there are people who are recluses, there are people who are very extroverted that come onto YouTube, and I think that's good because there's a diversity to it.
Yeah, totally. I think that it's, I don't know, it's hard. Like you can't kind of you can't use one brush to tar everybody, but I think that often it is used. You can't use one
brush to paint
tar
everybody, right?
It's
Because
the
there's not
same
enough
saying.
brushes. All right, there's too many people.
What are you doing, Charles? Oh,
For the cloak.
Coke.
So I think that yeah, maybe it is sometimes used, but some people are just genuinely like that. Next.
I almost kind of.
Like, I know there's an abuse scandal, but why don't I Coke?
Charles has lost the coat, by the way, if you want a real life update. I just want to chat about this. K-Cats XD says, I think it's so great that you guys are talking about this, because I was a big fan of Alex Day and I watch Jason's videos every now and again, and I think that most people's viewers want to know these things so we can be informed as to who we are supporting. That is a really good point, but I think that well, I don't know where the Coke is, Charles. Is it down here? I'm trying to answer a serious question.
Well, like, the thing is,
And I would just say, don't.
It's in the freezer.
oh, mother of.
It's in the freezer. Of course it is. I'd say don't assume that anyone like you can completely support 100%, because unfortunately, as nice as someone might seem online, it could be that in real life they're a total fucking arsehole. So
It's often the case.
don't trust anyone, and that's a good rule for life as well. This is coming from a jaded 19-year-old.
Also, I want to say, I just had a lot of, whilst I was pissing, I read my tweets, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, thank you guys for like talking about this.
It's good.
Thanks for being decent human beings." It's like you shouldn't thank us for being normal. Like,
No,
that
exactly.
shouldn't be the scenario. That should just be the casual thing.
We're not Martin Luther King now.
No.
We're not really. This
Like,
Jimmy,
this is
I
a
have a dream.
this is a conversation that we would be having anyway. It's just we've happened to turn the webcam on.
Yeah, it's just sad that, I mean, like, I understand why you guys are doing it, because, you know, it's happening now. But at the same time, this should be like, oh yeah, right, you talk about that like a normal human would. But because there's so many despicable people about, this seems like we're doing something. We're not good people. We just don't abuse people. And we believe that everyone is equal. That doesn't make us good people. That just makes us people.
Yeah. Makes us normal.
Yeah, normal people.
Yeah.
What are we answering
Really
next?
liking this live stream, guys. Refreshing to see grounded, relatable YouTubers sitting around having a chat about issues. It's 5:30 a.m. where I am, and I can't peel myself away.
How was it?
Oh, that's nice.
Where are you? Let's try and work
you?
out where it would be 5.
5:30
Australia,
a.m.
maybe?
America, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere else. I bet it's somewhere else.
Definitely not England. Scotland, possibly. How are you getting on up there? Lynch Ford says, do you think YouTube has become too commercialized? Yeah, I do, because I used to do it before it was commercialized and it was more fun. Next.
Yeah, let's go back
Not
to...
much more to say.
What is your opinion on the music of paedophiles?
Oh, I've already given my opinion, haven't I, in a video?
Oh,
Harry's bored.
No.
How do you explain the popularity of some YouTubers? Are people just really shallow and stupid? What is it?
No, I don't think they are. I think that a lot of those YouTubers have fans who maybe, well, they're young for a start, maybe like don't have a great time at school. So it's like escapism. They want to watch Alfie because it's a boy who seems fairly asexual being nice. Like I can see why that would be popular.
I don't think, like, obviously.
I'm not saying that those people are stupid. I don't think that at all. I'm sure that most of them know that it's vacuous shit. But,
yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of the time.
Jimmy.
A lot of the time when you sit around with your friends shooting the shit, you're not talking about philosophical, stimulating issues.
We are.
Obviously, we are.
Always.
Big time. But, you know,
There's
like,
a lettuce,
it's
a
just,
cabbage.
as a 14-year-old, I mean, if someone's just having a bit of a chat and, like, he seems relatable and, like...
They seem like nice guys,
safe.
and I'm sure they are nice guys, some of them.
I mean, I'm not going to watch him. I'm not going to get anything out of it. But I'm an adult. I have lots of friends.
Sometimes we will just watch Hot Boys just for...
We'll watch Jack and Finn with the sound off any day of the week.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Which one do you prefer, Jack or Finn, guys?
Jack.
It's quite interesting because I didn't know about Tom and Alex, and for ages nothing was mentioned anywhere. I had to look to see what happened alone. I didn't know about that. Oh, you're in Melbourne, Australia. We were almost right. It's 3:30 p.m. in America. Yeah, that's backwards, idiot.
We're in the future to them.
Okay, do you think
that other horrible prank YouTubers will quietly try to skate by under the radar for a while, or will they own up to making similar content to Sam, e.g. KSI?
Well, KSI is just
worse.
Well, I don't know if he's raped. We don't know if Sam's raped.
We don't know if Sam's raped. We can't say that. That is an
so
allegation.
there are people that have come forward. I don't know. I don't think I haven't heard any allegations towards KSI about that. But his video at Eurogamer, I think it was, which was taken down, which caused a big controversy back in the day, is one of the most hideous things I've ever seen.
If you've seen our secret bitching video, the final video we talk about where we were just like, he's a cunt, is that KSI?
It's KSI. Number 6 is KSI. A lot of people think it's Nash Greer. No, it's
not.
KSI.
We didn't watch any Nash Greer.
No, otherwise that would have had a similar reaction. But I think, you know, KSI should have been stopped by now if he was going to be. Maybe this Sam thing, as horrible as it is, will have a positive knock-on effect.
I think the only thing that has stopped Sam is that the video he made was a notch above the rest. So it was like, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was blatant.
I don't think it was as bad as the KSI one, though.
I don't think it was.
No,
I don't think it was. And KSI has been just as bad in the past. He's sexist. He objectifies women. He's abusive to them in the street. He talks about their tits. He talks about their appearance. He's homophobic. Like, he's always making gay jokes. He's a horrible person, quite clearly.
He's just an arsehole.
But he's really fucking rich. He's richer than me. He's richer than you. And it's from being a cunt.
And the disgusting thing as well is that, well, it's not that it matters. But obviously, Louis C.K. makes some off-colour jokes. But he does it, and he's taking the piss out of the racist.
Exactly.
Or the homophobe, or the attacker. And whereas KSI forgets that he has to make a joke. Yeah. He thinks he can just grab some tits.
It's just nastiness.
Yeah. Like, talk about coming on your tits. That's not comedy.
It's typical of all those kind of prank videos and all these laddish videos. It's just bullish, abrasive behaviour. It's like, and it's blokes asserting their power, that they don't give a shit about reaction. They're just going to say something controversial just because they can. And they can get away with it, and people will say that's funny.
Yeah, it seems like we haven't evolved at all. It's just like watching animals run around grabbing whatever they want without sort of any cognitive ability. Ooh. I saw that 1080.
Yeah,
5 down, 2 to go. What does that mean?
That tweet really annoys me.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
So basically, Tomska just tweeted 5 down, 2 to go. I assume he's talking about 5 abusers down, 2 to go.
There's more than 5 down.
Why is Tom not publicising who these people are?
Who are the 2 to go? Who are the 2 to go?
I feel like Tom has done a lot of good for this, promoting. He's talked about it. He's like slated something.
Yeah,
everything's
to be fair, he has.
I've been following his movements.
I feel like don't tease. It's not a game where you can be like, I've got this knowledge.
Yeah, it's not like hashtag spoiler alert.
No, like I don't
The children wants to
know
come.
who else are there. I hope he's doing it to intimidate them.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing it to say like we know and you're going to be next.
Mm.
But I mean, like who are the 5? So Alex, Tom, Ed, Sam, Jason. Is that the 5? Because I mean, what about the guy that's in jail in America
I don't know about him.
from back in the day?
Yeah.
Well,
I know who you mean.
I think he's probably. I think Tom's
What
probably
British
talking
ones?
about all of these people. Are they all British? They're all British, aren't they?
I mean, it could be that he's just saying it is just a thing to intimidate paedophiles who are out there. There probably isn't a 2. Like he might be using it as just a figure of speech.
Yeah. I want.
Well, I think he uses 2 to go. He's clearly got 2 people in mind, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I wonder who they are. I can't actually think of who they be.
I don't know who they are. If I knew any more right now, I would be talking about it. Jason was the one that we were talking about at the beginning of this video. By coincidence, Anya uploaded her video outing him in the midst of this live stream, so we can now talk about it.
I'm dying. Yeah, I don't know any of
Have
this.
you got any?
I don't know any
I'm
of this.
trying to think who it could be.
I feel like I'm not really in it that much.
Well, I hope you're
The
not.
community, not in that paedophile circle, obviously. Let's read Annie's question. Annie, hello. Thank you for answering. As I'm 22, I feel that I could never go to a convention because I would be placed into a big screaming teenage fangirl pigeonhole, which is rubbish, as I'd love to interact with creators as much as the next person. Don't feel like that. Like, somewhere in the city, I think most of the people who I met actually were just like normal people, and I had some nice chats with them.
At Sun in the City, there's lots of panels as well, so you can go and watch panels of people discussing stuff, and as long as it's not a really big popular YouTuber, you won't get too many screaming girls in there.
If it's anyone up to maybe 100k, well, I guess it depends. Like you can walk around alright by the time you get a big queue.
If I stand still, people will think I'm someone they don't necessarily know who I am, but because I've got a lanyard on and a fringe, then there'll be a bit of a queue
It's
there.
strange because like people like Veg Untold had a massive queue the whole time,
He's got like
even though he has like a quarter of your subscribers.
yeah. I had a queue all the week.
Well,
so.
I was walking around with you and about.
Were you?
So maybe they're just intimidated, but I think that it's.
Most of the people I met were really nice, and it was like they're just normal. Like, look, we do YouTube. We're normal.
But I also think somewhere like VidCon is somewhere where an older population can arrive without feeling too kind of isolated. I can imagine if you're 22, why you would feel isolated in it.
There's always a lot of us in the bar as well because the younger people can't go in there. You would have met Sam Pepper in the bar this year.
Oh God, yeah, he was there.
Antonio got a photo with him actually recently.
But like I don't know. I feel that I can meet people and it'd be normal. If anything, when I met people at Sitsi, I was the weird one because I don't know how to deal with that because I don't know. It's strange for a creator as well because someone comes to speak to you and you're really appreciative of that, but you know nothing about their life. And sometimes when they just stand in silence, it's difficult to.
Yeah, it is difficult
because you know they know so much about you, so you don't want to like talk or say anything because you're like, oh, you probably know that already. Or maybe you don't. You don't want to make any assumptions. As far as I know, you've just seen someone else speak to me, so you're going to as well. Just have a normal. If you have a normal chat to me, that's great.
But then, do you remember my awkward moment with what's his name? American guy. Fuck, I can't think of his name. Mitchell Davis.
Yeah, I remember.
Like I've watched his videos for ages, and I was feeling really cocky because I had people queuing up to meet me all day, and I went up to Mitchell Davis like, "Oh my God, like I love your videos, you're amazing," and he was just like, "Oh, not receptive at all."
I told him I liked his boobs.
Probably not.
It was a joke, and it was a really good joke, and he laughed and said I was going to make that joke too. But I feel also he was a little bit like, "Are you fat shaming?"
But then I
wasn't fat shaming.
The only reason you said that is because I'd said to his friend with him or some guy with him, "You have got the most amazing eyes I've ever seen."
Yeah.
And he found that weird. Like I would love it if somebody said that.
Yeah, I know.
To me.
And I said to him, he's only saying that because he wants you to say it back. So then I said, "You've got great tits," so that he would say it to me.
Comedy.
So
that's why we're meant for each other.
I'm so sorry, Mitchell.
Somebody screenshot it.
Yeah. So okay, I'm working on a few conference. Yeah, you did the clip.
Do the thing.
I'm working on a few conference presentations on the nature of YouTube and the communities that form, and I think I'm definitely going to have to use this live stream. Sorry for the rambling.
Yeah.
It hasn't been very concise, but we didn't know.
Maybe take out the bit where I say cunt a lot.
Yeah, also it's the same. But I thought we were just going to be a bit silly. And then in the first
It's
3 minutes,
happened, and I feel like we've got into a real flow with this.
in the first 3 minutes, I went, let's
talk.
talk about salt and pepper, which was probably, well, I don't think it was a mistake, 'cause I think it's important, but
I think it's
probably some
important.
people are going, oh, don't want to hear about it, but it's more important than us saying, oh, what's your favourite?
Yeah, but we're not
bean?
talking about what's your favourite bean.
I don't know many beans.
We're not talking about it in like serious, annoying way. We're just saying.
Well, we are being serious about
It's
it. It's a
fucking
serious
out of
topic.
order, and how
It's
do we sort
disgusting.
it out?
And I think that it's just
Really?
the most important thing is people to know that we do care and that there is a lot of support in the
We do
community.
care. And it shouldn't be like that. Like there's no space for these people at all, because that's not what YouTube should be for.
Where are all the new questions?
Yeah, I feel like they're not.
I don't know where they are.
I'm gonna read out some tweets. I've had loads of tweets, and I just want to say hello, really.
Haha, convinced. Bar 6015. Be there. I will buy around.
Okay.
All right, Annie. We'll see
We'll
you.
take you up that. We've got.
We
a
will
lot of
take you up at
friends.
that because we don't have much money, and we will be in the bar.
Hello to Helena. She says, please save this video on your channel so I can watch this later, as I'd love to. Amy says, you three are brilliant. So much respect for you lot.
Don't just read out praise.
Anya and all others speaking up about this.
Yeah,
Samantha
fucking
says,
Anya.
really enjoying your broadcast. Nice to hear mature, coherent views on the subject. Well, not sure about the coherent or the mature. I never heard Sam Pepper till this happened, and I got about 30 seconds into the last video and was so upset by it, and I turned off. Yes, he's fucking disgusting. Cow of the Sea. Do you think you separate the creator from the content and judge them separate from each other? That's a good question. Because a lot of people use this argument when the Day things came out. They said, like, yeah, I get that he's a terrible, terrible person and definitely a paedophile. But, sorry, not a paedophile, pervert. But I like his videos and I like what he does. Like, I find them entertaining. I find him funny. Can you separate the two?
I think you can in some instances. Like, for example, I fucking love Bukowski. I think he's an incredible writer, an incredible poet. I have a tattoo of Bukowski, but he was also a misogynist. Not a big fan of that part, but it doesn't make him any less brilliant in what he did. I don't think that Alex Day's vlogs are the same level of artistry or enough removed from Alex Day as a person.
I think the difference is with Alex Day, he relied so much on his own character and his own personality that you cannot separate the two. Like, he is his videos are him. Like, stop watching them.
I also
Delete
think
him.
YouTubers have a responsibility because you're not just a content creator. You're definitely part of the community. You're entertaining. Whereas on TV, I think you have a lot of fans and everything. But there's a distance between the people watching and the people who are on telly. But the YouTube is a lot closer. And if people on TV have to be responsible for their actions, then YouTubers should too.
Oh yeah, they should be responsible for their actions. I feel like there's not as big a disconnect. Like, in my videos, I am part of who I am in real life. It's obviously it's not going to be all of me. Like, it's not me having a conversation. It's not me when I'm sad. It's not me being particularly serious a lot of the time, or it's not me when I'm interested in something. It's definitely part of my personality, though, and it's the part which is most conducive to YouTube. And it's also, but at the same time, I also don't even do that to the extent that I would like. I do censor myself a lot, and I edit it to be that way. But it's still me, and I wouldn't ever want anyone to disconnect the two to excuse my behaviour and say, well, I still like a content.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, I mean, it's the same way in real life. You might meet someone for the first time and they'll seem amazing, really nice, but actually turn out to be completely a cunt. Or how you might meet someone online and they seem like they're amazing, but actually are horrible. It's the same with YouTube. Obviously, I will not include like the shit bits in my video. I'll try and make it funny.
Well, but yet you do, don't you?
That's me trying to seem relatable. Like, I seem more mad than I am.
One.
Like, actually, like, yeah.
So
coherent,
okay.
articulate, all words that don't.
They were all words.
Okay,
They were all definitely words.
it's Annie again who's buying us a drink next year.
Yeah.
Me
We're not
again.
going to forget that.
Do you reckon YouTube convention would be benefited by decreasing the amounts of tickets sold so queues were smaller and safety wasn't compromised, but plus YouTubers would be able to?
I think this is the point. Like, Summit in the City used to be a tiny convention. It was in a park,
Yeah, I went to it. It was in Leicester Square.
It was great.
There was
right?
less safety then though, because there wasn't security.
But you can't have that anymore. And we're reaching VidCon proportions soon when things are going to get absolutely massive. And I think that's fine. That's great. But what happened to me, for instance, I'm not a massive YouTuber and I'm not a massive fan, and I wasn't going to go and get one of these silly wristbands or anything. So I was just kind of stuck there in the middle of this YouTube convention thinking, I don't really want to queue up for anyone. The panels are crowded.
Yeah.
I don't have any fans that are coming up to me. Why am I even here? So it's just, and although it's not right for me, that's fine. I just don't go to something anymore because it's not right for me.
For like 3 months before I went, I was like, why am I going? I'm not going to have that many people come up to me, and I don't want to fucking see anyone there. Anyone that's there I want to see, I can text and say, hey, do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
We can just hang out whenever. Why am I going? I had one of the best weekends. Didn't we have one of the best
One of the best weekends of our lives.
Yeah, it was just so much fun. But it wasn't because of anyone that I met there. It was because all of my good friends were there.
It was kind of a festival atmosphere. Like everyone was on a high.
Yeah, everyone was having. We were
because it makes you
was on
realize. I think the main absolutely off our tits. I think it makes you realize that what you're doing actually is pretty cool, and it's nice to put faces to viewers.
And just to see so many people excited about the same thing that you are interested in.
Yeah, exactly. I love Summer in the City, but I don't think it's any more safe really than it used to be, because
it's probably safer when it was smaller.
Well, I mean, there were like a load of fans in the pub that we all went to where there was no security and there was no barrier there. I don't know, it's weird. What was the question?
People, I'm really sorry. For about 10 minutes just now,
I keep burping, I'm so
I
sorry.
was texting, I was very focused texting to a friend of mine, and it made me look like I was absolutely miserable. So I'm getting lots of Snapchats of you guys filming me looking miserable. Thank you.
Oh, Hazza, come on.
Thank you.
Get with the program.
Keep smiling.
Keep sending your questions. I don't really understand how the question things
We don't understand the order.
I also love how people are texting me about giving their opinion on my live stream, on our live stream.
Excuse you.
Just having their own discussion
our
with
channel.
me. That's not how it works. Put questions on there, guys.
Harry, did you know that you were the first non-Chelsea Gym on the Chelsea Gym YouTube channel?
Apart from Craig T. Dillon.
But that's not public.
That's a private video that we've made for ourselves.
No, I feel honoured actually because I love these two. These two are the best channel. You do.
Oh,
honestly.
Harry.
I watch every one of your videos.
All three of them.
Aaron and I sit here, right?
On a loop every night.
We actually
gets
do
in from
put a lot.
work.
We do repeat them quite a
No.
lot.
Especially the which one do we like the best? Which one is it?
Probably
That should be at the forefront of your mind.
No, is the question? Do you do?
Connor Franta Q&A.
That's it. That's my favourite
That's
one.
the most recent
Yeah,
one.
that's
That's
my
my
favourite
favourite
one.
one. I love that.
Connor.
Love that.
I mean, if you've not watched Ask Connor yet, then you can put that on
Watch
now. We'll
Ask
take a short
Harry, you
commercial
have-
break where you
Harry,
can
you
open
have
up a new
cool
tab.
glasses apparently.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks.
Super
Bye.
interesting. Thanks, you guys. I'm depressed. I don't have red wine too. We don't have red wine.
It's just cola.
When you say I'm depressed, I don't have red wine too. That's not serious, right? Because we're going to have another talk about depression. If so,
Oh, let's not go into that one.
that's
Let's not go into
It's
that.
not red wine, it's cola. Look.
Red wine.
Super interesting. Thanks, you guys.
what's the longest you guys can go while in a live stream without fiddling with phones? The reason that we're doing that is because people are talking to
Tweeting
us about the live stream,
About the live
with
stream.
questions because they
With
don't
questions.
understand
Because
the
they don't
Q&A
understand the
function. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for the support on that question. Aw.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Lovely superhero, Jimmy.
What? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. That's Dale Johnson. Thanks, guys.
Right.
You guys are quite clearly BFFs. I don't think that's questioned by anyone.
I think that was ages ago. I think they're done by
I
how
am
many people
enjoying
have plus them.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that. Can we not just get most recent?
Questions.
Okay, I'm really proud of the community coming down on Sam Pepper and not letting him trick us on a technicality. The only people who've seen defending him are clearly just the sycophantic fans. That's not a question. But concur. Good.
Yeah, but I think there's a deeper thing there.
Why
Why are there
is it moving? You
sycophantic?
don't know.
Homer Simpson. Hey! Homer Simpson's enjoying this, guys. Look.
Yeah.
Probably really him as well.
Jimmy,
Really-
do you have a PO box?
No.
No. Next.
Why?
Oh, what was that?
But his
Send
question?
it to
real
my house if
address
you want. To my
is-
real address.
Can we read the questions? I was offered sex toys the other day, and I'm going to accept
You've
that.
accepted them.
I'm going to accept sex toys
For me-
because I want to make a video talking about sex in a positive way where people don't feel uncomfortable about it. Because the biggest problem with sex is people don't talk about it, and that's when problems arise. Where if we all go, yeah, we fuck, we've got clitorises, we have foreskins, shit happens, whatever.
Saying we isn't the right term there,
Oh,
because
shut
we
up.
don't, you do.
We have clitorises and foreskins as a collective. So what I'm saying is, let's just talk about that. That's not embarrassing, and I think that other people, if they were more, if everyone was talking about it openly, then there would be a lot less, like situations where people feel that they're trapped, they're embarrassed, they can't talk to someone about it.
Yeah, but
So
not
it's-
only that, but I think when you don't talk about it, the pressure to have sex maybe before you're ready or with someone you don't really want to have sex with is a lot greater. You sort of feel like, oh,
Yeah.
the only option for me is to just do this and get out of the way rather than talk about it and maybe
Yeah.
avoid the
The one
situation.
thing I wish I knew when I was younger is that there's no rush. And that's the one thing I
There's
wish
no
someone
rush.
told me. Because I
You rush it,
as
it's the
every
worst.
teenage guy does, and maybe guy, I don't know, that you all think, when am I going to do this? When am I going to do that? Why aren't I doing it yet?
Yeah.
And I wish someone just told me, mate, just chill. It's all
Because
cool.
you'll have years of
It's all
doing that if you
groovy.
want to.
Like, honestly, it gets
Yeah.
boring after a while.
If there is absolutely nothing to, like, as soon as, like, you don't have sex and go, oh, I've had sex. It's just like, oh, yeah.
That was a thing that happened.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
There's
Do
no,
it.
and it doesn't make any sort of judgments about your character whether you've had sex or not. I don't understand that relationship either.
this is, but when you're no, but the thing is, when you're younger, it's such a part of like what you talk about, and it becomes social currency. And you can't imagine a life where it isn't social currency. But trust me, when you get older, it's not an issue at all. Like, I'm sure most people watching this are probably old enough anyway and know that. But if you are a young person who's like worried about sex, just know that nobody gives a shit.
If someone walked in here
when you
now,
get to 19 years old, nobody gives a shit.
if a 25-year-old walked in here now that hadn't had sex, I'd just be like, what do you want to watch on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's not a thing. It's not a defining characteristic. It's a
But
decision.
it wouldn't come up, would it?
I mean, if,
It literally
if
wouldn't
it
come
wouldn't
up.
come
no, I mean it wouldn't come up. But like, if you knew
Mm.
for whatever reason, like it's just, or if they mentioned it because we were talking about like we are now, it's not a thing, is it?
It's not a
Give
thing
shit.
at all.
I haven't read. What haven't I read? Catch-22.
What?
Yeah, and I feel that's worse.
That is
Like,
probably
that's an
not-
issue.
That's definitely worse.
Yeah, like I should have probably read that.
I've not been to the dentist for 4 years.
That's really bad.
That's worse, isn't it?
Jimmy.
I had sex last night. Next question.
Thanks for
Next
an interesting
question.
discussion. Let's just.
I
I've
was
gone
being,
really red.
What have you gone there? It wasn't with
Yeah,
that.
this is the girl's like, oh, we should all talk about sex. One mention of it hits the deck.
Thanks for interesting discussion as YouTubers. Do you ever consider the vulnerability of the industry with such a new profession and while users such as Alex Day lost their platforms for good reason, the situation will make sense?
I think it's only growing, to be honest. I think it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. This is like just the beginning of it, really. It's so there's no barriers to entry on YouTube. You can do whoever you are, you can do it, and I think that's awesome. And it's although it's new, it's going to make a lot of people a living. Actually, I think it's going to be quite cool.
We didn't slash Alfie.
JNF, what does that
Has
mean?
he, Jacqueline, has he used your own tweets against you?
What's he saying?
Someone's,
Don't respond to it.
alright.
I'm going to have a little wee now. See you in a minute.
Have we done the live stream, do you reckon?
Don't know. I'm quite enjoying it. How long will we be on for?
Too long. Does it say how long we've been on for?
I think we've reached our maximum viewer. That's the most important thing here, not the discussion.
Have you enjoyed watching this? Should we
Yeah.
do this again? Like, what? Let us know what you think. If you've got any final questions as well, because we might head off in a minute, then get them in now, either
Well.
on there or like tweet us.
Why are female nipples so scandalous? What do you think about the free nipple movement?
I'm gonna have a wee.
I think my glasses look cooler like this, right?
Is there any questions that I can answer? I'll answer this one. Why are female nipples so scandalous? It's just what's happened, isn't it? Really?
So eloquent, you know?
Wait, what's this? Chelsea, do you actually do a collab with Lex in the past? I've been trying to find it recently. I want to show him. Me and Lex made multiple collabs at different times and never uploaded any of them. That's
There
the
you
only- Okay. You've been talking about how sex is such a massive thing for young people. Do you think this links to YouTubers such as Sam Pepper trying to manipulate younger fans into having sex, doing sexual things?
Absolutely
Obviously.
does. That's what we've been talking about for the most of the live stream. Yeah, it links directly to that.
Is that the same question? Do you think YouTubers are getting a bad rep for the things bad YouTubers are doing, and do you think YouTubers that have done these things should stop going?
Yes, I think they should stop creating content. I think they should.
They don't deserve the platform that they have and the trust of that many people. I mean, obviously not everyone subscribes to them and trusts them or cares that much about them, but they're a great audience. Like Sam Pepper's audience, I'm sure a lot of them look up to him, big fans of his, etc. He does not deserve to have the adoration of that many innocent, probably very nice young people if he's going to be a dick and abuse that scenario.
Yeah. So it looks like people want you to do it again. And next time they want you to also warn them before they do it. And maybe make
There's never going to be any warning.
Never. This is the point. You just got to keep locked. Keep locked in all their Twitter accounts. And that's it. Any final questions?
Such a fancy glasses for Cola. That's why I was confused. Well, this is Harry's house. It's all fancy glasses. Is this one mine?
Fancy glasses.
Mine's
Hey,
over there.
fancy
Fancy
glasses.
glasses, fancy flat.
Is that it,
Is that everything?
Is that
Shall we go
everything?
now?
guys?
I wasn't slashing on Alfie. In
I
those
just replied.
tweets.
I know. I just replied saying.
So somebody said in some I am going to address it actually.
Okay.
Somebody tweeted me saying,
Why is it hypocritical of you bitching about Alfie when you tweet, and then he sent you some of your own tweets, right?
so sort of
And no one
that was a
slashing
joke. That was a
Alfie.
joke. The joke of those tweets where I was saying, "Oh, sorry, I can't come to the party, guys. After being invited, I've got a microwave lasagna that's going off, and I'm going to watch Emmerdale." That was not anything about Alfie and Zoe. That was a joke suggesting that I had a sad, tragic life. Actually, I was in the pub when I tweeted that. I just thought it'd be a funny thing to say. Nothing against them. I just found it quite funny how that night everyone was tweeting about being at that party, and I obviously hadn't been invited. Of course, I hadn't. I wasn't having a go at them. And also, we stood up for.
We stood up for fucking Alfie. We were like, he's relatable. That's the sort of person people want to hang out with. It's a safe content area for people of a certain age.
Yeah.
Just because we don't watch him doesn't mean that it's bad. I don't watch Emmerdale. I don't watch Orange Is the New Black, and apparently that's really good.
It's just, I think the thing with Alfie is that that's just not for us. That content isn't aimed at us. It'd be the equivalent of saying, "Oh, bloody Fireman Sam on CBBC, absolute shit."
Yeah.
Talk about dumbed down.
Yeah.
It's not made for us. It's made for children, and that's how I see like Alfie and Marcus and that lot. They're obviously doing a good job because they've got loads of fucking subscribers. They're doing something right. It's just we happen to find it.
That's why I don't review YA books on my channel, because they're not aimed at me. So when I think that they're shit, it's not because they are shit. It's because I'm an adult.
You're not going to enjoy it.
They're not.
You want
I'm not
more.
supposed to enjoy them. Same difference, really.
So yeah.
Barry's here. I love Barry.
Oh.
Barry says, "Do you think Peppergate will finally lead to the downfall of British male YouTubers?" No.
Most of them aren't.
It's the ones that deserve.
The majority of British male YouTubers aren't paedophiles.
It would
We
just be
clear
good
this
if
up
we
for-
could.
Also, you're a British male YouTuber, Barry. So, do you think it's going to lead to your downfall?
I just hope that it means that we're less willing to tolerate this stuff, and that it makes these people's lives harder.
Yes, Helen. I think they should be. I think they should be on the front page. To be honest.
Do you think these YouTubers should be mentioned in the media about what they have done to their viewers?
Because if you think about it, Sam Pepper is getting more views than primetime national television in the UK, and small-time TV presenters will have front page if they commit any sort of abuse. So Sam Pepper should be in global news.
But then, in fairness, I know more about the Sam Pepper case than I know what's going on with
ISIS.
ISIS thing at the moment.
That's just because
Says more about me than
That's
anything
just
else,
because of our media as well. That's not your fault. Anyway.
Unfortunately, though, looking at VidStats or whatever, Sam Pepper has got so many more subscribers than he usually gets in this time period because of all the press that he's getting. Like, you know,
He's actually getting a bigger voice. Than,
yeah, people are finding out about him, and a lot of the
I
assholes that
don't
don't
think
care.
it's going to be too long before. No, to be honest, if you think about it, YouTube was initially created to share content for free between people, right? It wasn't created for people to build a channel. It wasn't created for people to build a following. It's kind of being targeted towards it now. It was initially created for free speach, you know. And so technically, within YouTube's policy, I don't think they can probably actually pull down videos unless it's genuinely worth it, like offensive to anyone. Which in that case, you should probably pull down a video of touching the girl's ass. But YouTube can't just ban someone from YouTube yet. That may happen in the future, but because it was built just as a sharing platform, it wasn't built as that in the past. That's probably why it's like it is now.
Someone just asked us, "What's our favourite bean?"
I love baked beans.
Because I alluded to that. I'm allergic to beans.
All beans.
All beans.
I like
All the
all
beans. All the beans.
It took me forever to find this page and click on the video to get to the Q&A thing. You all might want to announce it for dumbasses like me. To be honest,
It was a spur of a moment thing.
Josh,
We didn't think that much about
we
it.
don't know how it works either. We just decided that if we blamed you guys...
This was our second attempt. That's why it's called Accident 2.0.
Yeah, we
Accident
don't know
1.0
what-
didn't
we don't
even
know
work.
what's going on. There's a
There
video
was
on
only one
nipples.
viewer on Accident 1.0, and they just left. So thanks.
It's perfect hungover pre-bed watching. What?
I don't know.
But apparently Barry isn't British. Barry, what part of Ireland? What is Britain?
What is Britain?
What's Britain?
What do you mean?
What constitutes Britain?
What countries?
Yeah.
Wales, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland.
Alright, so what part of Ireland does Barry come from?
Ireland, maybe not Northern Ireland, I'm
It's like
guessing.
the worst maths question ever. What makes Britain? And therefore, where does Barry come from in Ireland?
Juan says, as British, what is your opinion about the last Scottish referendum?
The right thing happened. And also, the decision was made, crucially, by 16 and 17-year-olds who are allowed to vote in that referendum, which I think is awesome. And you should all support the vote for 16 and 17-year-olds in the UK as well for general elections.
You've started Harry off now about him.
No, I
Oh,
won't
you
go
started
on
out
about it.
right off there.
I won't go on about it. But youth can change
Don't say
the world. Basically next year in May.
If you're
Yeah,
from
that
the
was.
UK,
I didn't retweet that.
there's a general election. You should register to vote if you're over 18, because real issues can actually be changed. They can.
Yeah, you'll be between a rock and a hard place with options for who to vote for. What else?
Basically, if you don't know anyone to vote for,
Just vote for the Green Party.
just scribble out your voting card, because at least you're registered.
Was that the police after Sam? That was a funny joke 2 hours
3
ago
or
when
4
you probably
hours
wrote
ago.
that question.
How long are
Sorry.
we doing this long streak?
We still haven't stopped.
It's
Really?
already
Thank
9
you.
o'clock.
Well, it's our bedtime.
It is our bedtime. I'd normally be in bed half
What
an
day
hour
is
ago.
it today?
Saturday.
Yeah.
We're allowed to stay up late on a Saturday. More questions? Any more?
I think we should call it a day.
Yeah, well, guys, this has been...
This has been an absolute pleasure. Lovely hanging out with you all. 172 of you. If you were real people in this room now, the room would be almost half full.
I wouldn't be in it.
It would be
That makes
so
me
much
uncomfortable.
fuller than almost half full.
It'd be pretty full, wouldn't it? So that's a lot of people. So thank you
I'm
for
hungry
joining
again.
us.
I want a
I'm
pizza.
hungry again.
Should we
Oh,
get
shall
pizza?
we?
Should we get pizza?
So we're going to get
pizza.
pizza,
We're gonna get
guys.
pizza.
Join us next time. Join them next time. I might be here.
Yeah, we'll pop round.
Yeah,
Let's
just
come
come-
round
just come
because I
round.
like the set we've got here in
Yeah.
the kitchen. It makes us seem more successful than we are.
All right, guys. Are we ready?
We're
No,
ready.
I'm not.
I don't.
Guys,
This is like
thank
coming
you
off the
So
roast ball.
emotional.
so much. See you later.
See you later.
Oh, which one is it?